Look at these super fun things I got from Halloween. You clicked on this title because you want to hear about some weird shit, and I think that aliens abduct you in your dreams, and I wish I had more data to prove this. This is just a hypothesis, but if I go missing after this, then you know the deal. All I can do is share with you my experience, and if anybody has related, please let me know in the comments so we can talk about this more. Okay, so first encounter I think I had with aliens is I had a dream I was being abducted, and I felt a sharp pain in my chest, like right here, and it felt like, not necessarily like a needle. If it was a needle, it was a really big, like I felt like two prongs right here, and it pressed into my chest, and it scared me, and I tried to wake up, and I couldn't wake up fully, and I can always wake myself up, let me be clear, and all I could see is this incredibly white light, like it was so white and bright that I could not see anything else, and it had me thinking that, oh, I'm being abducted. But what really freaked me out is while the prongs were in my chest and I was seeing the white light, I couldn't feel anything but fear. Even, I know that like spiritual people are always like, oh, you need to put yourself in a ball of white light. It did not feel like that kind of white light, okay? That's more like a golden white light, if that makes sense. This was not that. And as I was trying to wake myself up, like I remember being like, Brianna, wake the fuck up. And I'm like trying to get myself to do the motions that I normally would do to wake myself up. I felt like I was fucking stapled to a table. Like all of me could get up besides my chest. Like I couldn't raise myself up. Second time, I feel like I had been abducted by aliens. Or I don't even know if it's an abduction because I'm still here. Maybe they were running tests on me. I don't know, bro. But the feeling that I get and the fact that they do it like in a dream state, it's so you cannot prove it. Like everyone's gonna be like, oh, you just had a dream about aliens. I don't know. I think the mind is an amazing place. I think that the possibility of the mind is so scary and beautiful at the same time because you can literally form your whole reality just off your mind, okay? And I'm sure if you're watching this, you already know that to be true. But what really got me is in the second dream, I'm outside. There's nothing. There's no stars. There's no moon or anything. And then I'm on a beach when this happens. And all of a sudden the moon comes out. And so I'm looking at the moon and it turns on its side and starts rotating like a flying fucking saucer. Alright, sounds like a normal dream, you know, I just had a dream about aliens. No, babes. I immediately remember the feeling that I felt in the first dream in my chest, like the prongs in my chest. And so I get scared and I start trying to run away. Tell me why this motherfucker shoots a beam at me. And I'm like frozen. And then I'm laying like this on a kitchen table, the UFO beam shining on me, the prongs in my chest, and it's the first dream all over again. And I wonder if, look, I understand how it sounds, bro, because I'm hearing myself as I'm saying this, and I'm like, oh, I sound batshit crazy. I sound crazy. I get it. But what if it's like one of those things that's so crazy and so outlandish because it's possible, you know? I don't know. I just need someone to talk to about this who is interested in aliens like this. I just have questions. Like, I do believe in aliens, and I believe that they are far more advanced than us, and I feel like we look like a game of Sims to them, and I feel, you know, like I just want to have this discussion. Does anybody else ever feel like they've been abducted by aliens? Do you feel calm when you have dreams about aliens? Do you feel scared? Do you see the green aliens, reptilians? Do you see gray aliens? Like, there's so many different alien races on top of that. Like, it's so... Where are all the conspiracy theorists at? Because I have so many questions. Like, do they only do that in dreams because they know that it would be so hard to prove it? Do they, like... Because how would I prove this? I could just be like, oh, I got abducted by aliens and I sound like a fucking freak. So yeah, that's why I decided to bring it to YouTube, because I have a small community on here, and I feel like y'all might have questions. I have questions. And there's been so much more UFO activity coming out and about. Does that mean that we're safer? Does that mean that, like, what does it all mean? And I'm sure I could, like, do research on it, and I probably will, because I have so many questions, and I just want to hear what other people think just because I'm interested. Do you think aliens are real? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Also, do you think they could abduct you in your dreams, or not even in your dreams, but like in that dreamscape when your body is like in that dimension? Don't you think it would be easier to abduct you when you're not in an earthly dimension, when you're in the dream realm? Like, wouldn't that make sense? I believe that the alien race that I experienced in my dream, or in that experience, I want to believe that they were nice, because I can't think of a reason why they would be singling me out. Like, I'm not super evil. I'm not like one of the 1% running this country. Never killed anybody, never done any crazy fucking crime like that. Like, I don't know, I just have so many questions. Maybe they're just curious. You know, like curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. You know, a lot to think about, a lot to ponder. Let me know your comments in the description below. I know I sound like a freaking nutcase, but I've been thinking about it a lot lately. And I feel like as technology is advancing, and I saw this one thing on Reddit a few years ago that kind of just tickled my brain, and it was like, the reason why nobody is wanting to make contact with us is because we're out here screaming, hey, make contact with us. And I feel like there's some other civilizations out there in the world who know that we're not the only ones. Maybe they know a lot more than we do about what's out there. And because of that, they're like, anyone who's crazy enough to be like, hey, make contact with us, they know is not somebody that they should be contacting with. And that has also stuck with me. I feel like we're definitely going to see a lot more. And I really, 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 truly hope that... Sorry, I think about all the things that I hope. I hope for a better future. I hope... There's some geese in front of me with the baby in it, and I keep watching because they keep freaking fuck out. You got it! There's two geese to some babies, and they're like blocking the trail, but a lot of people take this trail to get from one side of the city to the other, and it would just take too much to go all the way around the other way, so people are just sitting there waiting. Man, the geese out here don't play though. They do not play.